everyone. I'd like to thank you all for attending the faculty meeting today. We're going to talk about today closing the achievement gap. Looking over our test results, I passed out a sheet to you earlier. Looking at our LEAP results, I noticed that under the area, the standard, read, analyze, and respond to literature was our lowest area. We scored a 37 in that area. So how do we begin to close the achievement gap? We look within for hidden treasures. Hidden treasures can be found in data. And we're looking over our data now from our LEAP results. We must utilize a three-step process in order to continue to be successful here at Independence Middle School. So what is the 3 steps? We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. The 3-step process is a data-driven cycle used for continuous improvement and growth in the classroom. Let's see if Independence Middle School can relate to these 3 steps. Have we implemented these processes yet or not? We're going to look at our 3-tier. I also passed out a chart to you. We're going to place our students into 3 categories. It's going to be Tier 1, which deals with the core curriculum. Tier 2 deals with strategy intervention. And Tier 3 deals with intensive intervention. If you look at the chart that I passed out to you, those students who scored 0 to 50, we're going to put them in the category of Tier 3, which deals with intensive intervention. Those students who scored mastery, 51 through 80, we're going to place them in Tier 2, using a minimum number of strategy intervention. And those who scored 81 to 90, we're going to place them in Tier 1. We're going to basically use core curriculum with that group.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Ms. Cassidy.
I just wanted to ask you about the intensive intervention. When was that going to take place? During the school day or after the school day?
It's going to take place during the school day. I'm going to have those students pull from PE.
Okay.
They're going to work in the computer lab, and Ms. Erica Williams is going to work with those students using programs.
To actually help them.
Right,
Okay.
different programs to increase our LEAP scores.
Okay.
And I'd like to ask my teachers, which strategy do you plan to implement in your class starting next week in order for you to see students' results? I'd like to ask Ms. Vandra, what strategy do you plan on using to increase student achievement?
Daily objectives. Using daily objectives to inform students that they should know or be able to do at the completion of their lesson. Daily objectives should be clear, measurable, and directly related to the desired course of competencies. Grade level expectations. I can access students' achievements of the stated objectives as an indicator of student learning and my own instructional effectiveness.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Vandra. Excellent. I like how you brought up about the objective. That's so important. Students need to know what's going to be covered for that day. Okay, I want to ask Ms. Erica Williams, what strategies would you implement concerning students' weakness?
Well, Ms. P, in addition to those tutorial programs that we will be implementing in the lab that you spoke of earlier, I plan to use something called Planner Zone. This is something that's going to be used for student daily journals, for them to keep up with their assignments for the day or the week, however they, plan to enter it into the planner, and as well as with school announcements, so that they won't have any questions about what's going on in the classroom in terms of the upcoming assignments, or when certain activities for schools are certain club meetings or certain games and things of that nature. So this is going to allow them to be more organized using Planner Zone. Another implementation that I would like to make would be a better use of the smart board. How I plan to utilize the smart board is to set it up as a center. This way the students can take on the role as a teacher. They can ask their peers questions and they can answer them using the smart board just as they would to mimic what the teacher does. And some of the things that they will use on the smart board on a regular basis would be like daily oral language things to help them improve their reading comprehension skills. And also brain pop quizzes or brain pop movies will be used on the smart board.
Okay,
Can
great.
I ask you a question?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So for the smart boards, they won't need you to actually be there to direct it, they can actually do it themselves?
It's gonna be student driven. I'll be there as a facilitator
Okay.
to assist them with questions, but it's gonna be a student driven type of environment or center. And I
Okay.
will try to stay out of it as much as possible,
Okay,
because
so
as
they
you know,
need
we've learned through statistics that they've learned better from
From
one
each other.
another
That's
than
correct.
from us.
Okay, just wondering.
Very good, Ms. Williams. So looking at our bubble map here, we have teaching strategy. We've covered two: data objectives, planning zone, and smart board centers. I think those are excellent procedures and strategies that we can implement to increase our student achievement and our student scores. All right, I'd like to ask Ms. Cassidy, what strategies are you planning on implementing to improve student achievement and closing the achievement gap?
Well, one strategy I plan to use in my classroom is to use the word wall. And the word wall can be used in many ways. We're going to focus on 5 words to be added to the wall at the beginning of each week. Then once the words are added, then we will constantly review the words with games such as be a mind reader or highlight the word. Then finally, our word wall is used as a reference tool during learning.
Okay, I like that, Ms. Cassidy. Those are excellent teaching strategies, techniques, and procedures that you're going to implement. So, Ms. Cassidy, you've added it to our bubble map. Great word wall. I'd like to ask Ms. Shanton, what strategies and procedures are you planning on implementing in your classroom?
Quality corner,
Excellent.
where the kids will work in groups, like a homework group, you know, grab students by homework group. And flow chart helps with morning routine and procedures, and like a visual reminder.
Okay, great. I like those procedures and strategies. Excellent. So we add that to our bubble map, quality corner. So far we have how many teaching strategies that's in our bubble map? We have a total of 5. Excellent. I'd like to ask Ms. Collins to share with us what procedure and strategies that she'll implement in order to help close the achievement gap here in Independence Middle.
Well, I will use the kid stations, and each week the students will rotate in the kid stations during reading. And this is a way to practice this weekly skill and practice social skills as well. And they will be working on academic skills in each station, which consists of 5. And the 5 stations are phonics and word wall, reading station, guided reading, ELA station, and a journal writing station. And the incentive for the students to cooperate in these sentences will be each day they will receive some type of award, such as the PBS sticker awards.
Okay, that's excellent, Ms. Collins. I'd like to thank you all for that. Those are extra procedures and strategies that you're going to implement as well. I'd like to thank everyone here. Those are excellent ideas, strategies, and procedures that you all are going to put in place. And we should see a big improvement in our student scores next year. So I'm looking forward to working with this team, this group. And I'll thank you all so much for coming and attending the faculty meeting on closing achievement gap. Thank you.
You have exactly 10 minutes.